Hey, what's up guys? My name is Anand and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Google Ads offline conversion tracking. What exactly is offline conversion? Basically, when you capture leads through different channels, and if you want to improve the accuracy of your Google Ads by sending back only converted customers or purchasers back into your Google Ads to re-optimize the performance and only try to capture people who are more likely to buy your products or services, that's Google Ads offline conversion tracking. Now, this is important because a lot of times when you run any kind of digital advertising campaign, you are most likely going to first start with, awareness. So I'm going to try to elaborate this a little bit, further, because why it's required and what's the significance of this. Basically, as you see, this is a typical funnel, right? You have your awareness funnel, and you can basically run, website click tracking or website traffic, right? Then you have your video campaign over here. Then you have your display campaign. Pretty much you're trying to warming up the audience, right? That's your first bucket. And then they move on and then they go to the second stage. And this is where you typically run a conversion focused campaign, right? So in this case, I'm going to just name it as conversion. And your typical form of campaign is lead generation. So you are running a campaign that's driving traffic to a landing page, or they are filling out a form. So sign up, form submission. These are all examples of your conversion focus campaigns, right? Now, the customer or the potential, customer is still thinking about your product. And what you're trying to do over here is you are running this campaign through Google Ads, right? You're driving traffic. And let's say you get like thousands of leads over here. What is going to happen is Google Ads will consider them as the final step of your business. So it's going to consider all of these 1,000 users or leads as your end result, and it's going to then re-optimize its machine learning algorithm, and it's going to try to capture similar users or similar leads. But that's not going to be really useful for a business, because there is a step after this, right? You are going to then do cold calling, or not cold calling. You're going to then send like email follow-ups. You're going to set up consultation. You're going to do demos, maybe even like on-site visit. There's a bunch of activities involved, and out of those 1,000 people, let's say only 10 become like your final customers. Now look at this. When you are running ads and when you're getting thousands of leads, you are sending back this 1,000 leads back into Google Ads and optimizing the campaign, and Google is then going to find another 1,000 leads, and that cycle continues. But what would be super effective is you pass on this 10 customers back into Google Ads as a conversion, because in this case you have pushed those 1,000 leads into paying customers. And if you can tell Google Ads about these 10 customers, that would be a big win. And that's basically called as offline conversion, because this does not happen immediately. From 1,000 leads to 10 customers, it takes time. And if you are a B2B business, the sales cycle can be 6 months, 7 months, 3 months. It depends, right? Depends on the average order value. So you need to pass on this 10 customer information back into Google Ads and then term it as customer or converted leads. And then Google Ads needs to consider them as either a secondary conversion or a primary conversion to then capture additional leads that are more likely to convert as a customer. That's a super effective way. Now, this can be good for a service-based business where you are first running lead gen campaign, and then you are getting a bunch of leads, and then you're then selling them a service for, let's say, $5,000 or $10,000. It's fine for that. If you are running a B2B campaign that's focused more on selling a product that's a very high ticket product, it's applicable for that as well. Now this is the context. I'm going to show you how this all works quickly, and let's get into how do we do that into Google Ads. So basically what you need to do is I'm going to pick an example over here. This is one of the Google Ads account. What you need to do is you need to go to tools, click on conversions, and then click on import. This is where you're telling Google that you are setting up an offline conversion tracking. Now there are a couple of ways to do that. The most effective way is to click on this CRM files or other data sources. This is where you're telling Google Ads that I'm going to be providing Google Ads my own CRM data. Now, why this is so effective is because you can connect your HubSpot CRM, Salesforce, I don't know, like pretty much majority of the CRM is compatible. But if you don't have a CRM, don't you worry. You can even upload leads through Google Sheet. That's super cool. So I'm gonna click on CRM, and then you need to select track conversions from clicks. Look at this. Add click goes into your CRM, connect it, mark it as conversion, and then your data goes back into Google Ads, right? Now I'm gonna skip this step for a second in terms of data source because we will connect it later. I want to show you the next step. Hit continue, and then you can select a conversion goal. Now in this case, there are a bunch of options over here, but what we are really looking for is, let's say, a purchase. A purchase can be a service that they bought after maybe a couple of phone calls, demos, on-site visits. It can be an actual product that's pretty high ticket volume item. That's fine. You can even select a converted lead or qualified lead. Now think about this. A lot of times people stop at just leads, submitted lead form. But how about tracking sales qualified lead? That's when you can select qualified lead as the lead category. So I'm going to select this option over here, and I'm going to name it as sales qualified lead, right? Click add, and then hit save and continue. Now the next step is where you will be actually setting up the data source. So there are two ways to do that. As I mentioned, connect it to your CRM directly through Zapier, or you can use Google Sheet. So let's click on connect to a new data source, and then I'm going to select, and look at this, you have one bunch of options over here. Let's search for, you have Salesforce, Marketo, HubSpot. I mean, there's a lot of options in here, which is awesome, right? Even like in case of Shopify, you can connect that, which is pretty awesome. Wow, there's a lot of options over here, so you cannot go wrong with this, right? Now I'm going to select HubSpot for simplicity, and then check this box that says that you have collected this data. Hit continue, and then the template will be when someone's property has changed. So let's see, there are a bunch of options over here. Register offline conversion when there is a new deal, or when there is a contact property change. So I'm going to select this one option because in my HubSpot CRM, typically what happens is when there's a lot of back and forth after a lead has been received, we will mark their lifecycle stage as sales qualified lead or marketing qualified lead. So that's a contact property change. So I'm going to use this as the trigger option. Log Google Ads offline conversion for new HubSpot contact property changes. And as you can see, there are a bunch of other options as well. All right. Now that is done, click on trigger. And in this case, we're going to do HubSpot, right? And I'm going to select the event as lifecycle stage. Oops. Hold on, sorry. Contact recently updated. I think that makes sense. Well, new contact property change. Yeah, this is the right one. So this will be a good trigger. Hit continue. I'm gonna choose my account. I don't know which one. Let's see. Let's choose this one. Okay, hit continue, and then the value is life cycle. Okay, So if I scroll down, you should see an option that says contact information lifecycle. Became a customer or became a sales qualified lead. Look at that. So that's how, and there's also an option for became a marketing qualified lead or became an opportunity. So as you can see, there are a bunch of options in here. So I'm just going to select sales. Well, let's see, sales. Where did that go? Became a lead, became an opportunity, became a subscriber, became a sales qualified. Okay, that's what we want. Now, the next step is hit continue, and you can test the trigger. It's going to basically all right, let's see. Test in queue. Anyways, basically what it's going to do is it's going to send a trigger, and then it's going to pick a test contact from your HubSpot. Now, once this step is done, the action is we need to push that data, push that lead into Google Ads. So you're going to choose Google Ads, and then you're going to say send offline conversion. This is what we're doing, right? Send events from your customer systems, that is CRM, to connect Google Ads campaign to offline activity and business impact. That is what we want. Send offline data, hit continue, choose your Google Ad account, and the user identified source over here will be email address. Now, just to let you know, you can even use the G-Click ID. A lot of these CRMs will track G-Click ID. G-Click ID is basically, a query parameter that gets added whenever you're running a Google ad campaign. So if you want to do some advanced things like, hey, I wanna only push leads coming from Google Ads who became a customer back into Google Ads, that's fine, rather than sending everyone, So you can do that. You can do a bunch of combination, and I'll show you what a G-Click ID looks like. Look at this. So there are a couple of campaigns I'm running, and this is how it looks like in HubSpot. It's a bunch of different string and characters over here. So where were we? All right, so click on email address. That's the identifier that you can use, and there you go. I got the contact over here. Hit continue, hit action. This is all good, and look at that. I have selected the email, conversion action, and this is where you are going to pull in a conversion action from your Google Ads account. Now, the other way I want to show you is click on setup, click on new data source, and then you can use Google Sheet, right? Hit continue, and you can use the same, trigger offline conversion Google Ads when there's a new row or updated row in Google Sheet. So this is again a pretty cool way to connect your Zapier account to your Google Sheet, and you can only update that Google Sheet with maybe customers, and it will basically sync those leads back into Google Ads. So as you can see, this is a pretty cool way to send your offline conversion data by passing on your customer information back into Google Ads, which will re-optimize your algorithm so that you are able to only capture high quality leads and find customers who are more likely to convert. So that's pretty much it, guys, in terms of this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Thank you.